Patrons, welcome to another inspiration video. This is inspiration video number 1 for the month of June 2022. And wow, it's June. Anyhow, for anybody who happens to be new around here and or is watching this video after the fact, I usually just give a little bit of an inspirational quote, right? Sometimes I'll read part of a quote, sometimes I read the whole thing, but I am doing it so that you all find some sort of inspiration. I'm just trying to inspire you to get back to the desk or, continue on if you have been doing well with writing. So the inspiration video or the inspirational quote this month is actually something that's very short, and I'm going to tag it as unknown because one of my pet peeves is when people post quotes and they don't credit who originally said it and then act as though they said it. And so this account that I came across, I know for a fact that this person did not say it because I've seen this quote before. And I don't know who the original person is, so I'm just going to tag it as unknown. But if you see me glance to the side here, it's because I'm reading the quote, and it's very short. It's like one sentence. So it says, 6 months of focus can put you 5 years ahead in life. And I find that quote to be very powerful. And the reason being is because I think as writers, we think that we are supposed to spend years, right? Years and years and years, and we need all this, time, right? And we need boatloads of it, right? Of minutes and seconds and hours, etc. But the truth is that if you just focus, you can actually do a lot in a very short amount of time. And it's not just, if you're not able to do that, that's totally fine too. It's not shaming anybody, right? But it's just a reminder that if you actually focus on whatever it is that's your goal and you really zero in on it, you can actually get something done. And I would say, in the right gym, we talk about this all the time. It's definitely more goal focused there, but we talk about, setting something very specific, setting something very intentional, and then focusing, again, that word focus, focusing on that goal and advancing. Don't look around, don't worry about other things, right? Other projects, maybe even that you want to write. Just pick the specific thing that you want, focus on that, and then see how far that gets you, which it usually does. And my thought process there too is I have all these projects that I want to write at the moment, and I feel like I'm being pulled in every which way, but trying to concentrate on each different thing is probably not going to get me as far, right? And it's probably going to take me a longer amount of time, whereas if I were to just pick something, and it's not to say that you can't write multiple things, I'm just speaking specifically if you are in a spot where you feel like you're not advancing, right? Or you're having trouble advancing, or you're advancing at a different pace, right? It might help to just zero in on one thing and just go all the way, go all out, go all in, I should say, on that one specific goal. And then realize that can put you quite a bit ahead, right? Years ahead, essentially. And I like to think of this in a way too, one thing I want to do eventually is have a bunch of novelettes, right? That's out there and available for people to read, maybe even binge through. And if I focus, right, and I actually get those novelettes done, right? Because if I really wanted, I could write a novelette every month. Not release them every month, but write them every month. Because marketing is a whole nother beast. But if I really focused, I could do that. And that would put me years ahead, right? Because then now I would be able to release these in a manageable, whatever I deemed manageable way, right? And essentially, again, putting me years ahead, right? Additionally, obviously these books would be up for sale, right? So again, putting myself years ahead, even from a financial perspective or a growing of the readership perspective, etc. Right? All right. So that was just a reminder I wanted to give you all today. You know, maybe you need a little bit of focus, and sometimes focus can put you well ahead to where you need to be. Okay. All right. Thanks so much for being patrons. As always, if you need anything, you know where to find me. And I'll see y'all in the next inspiration video.